Mental toughness secret number 5. The great ones separate truth from fact.
While average performers tend to believe truth and fact are the same, the world class knows there is a difference.
Big difference.
Oh, big difference. Champions use their critical thinking skills to make a clear distinction between truth and fact. Fact is reality. Truth is our perception of reality, and, of course, perceptions are subjective. One person perceives giving to charity as an expense, while another perceives it as an investment in someone else's life. The fact is that many people give to charity. Whether it's an expense or an investment is a perception. Which line of thinking represents truth? Both. In the minds of the individuals, perception equals truth. This subtle distinction allows the great ones to understand themselves and others at a higher level of awareness. The masses tend to operate from truth, which is often a distorted version of facts. Champions make decisions based on facts, not feelings. The world class also uses this understanding of truth and fact in their mental programming. The great ones know the conscious mind functions most effectively on fact, while the subconscious can be programmed with truth. Since the subconscious is unable to make the distinction between fact and truth, champions program their subconscious minds to believe their visions, dreams, and ideas as truths. Because the subconscious doesn't have the ability to reject an idea, it accepts it as truth and begins to create behaviors that are congruent with this new truth. The conscious mind knows this truth is not fact, and tension begins to build between the conscious and subconscious, creating cognitive dissonance. As a result, the two go to work to create congruency. The great ones are not only aware of the difference between truth and fact, but they also know how to use them both to get what they want.
This quote's from William James, the famous author, and I'm going to read it twice because you want to pay attention to this. He said, "We have to live today by what truth we can get today and be ready tomorrow to call it falsehood." I want to give you that one more time. Think about it. We have to live today by what truth we can get today and be ready tomorrow to call it falsehood. Steve, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think what he's trying to say here is to be ready to adjust what we know is truth. Is that what he's on to here?
Absolutely. I think this is one of the keys to becoming more aware and elevating all of our levels of consciousness by just saying we know something is true. I mean, years ago, we knew the world was flat.
Sure.
We knew it was flat.
That was truth,
You
right?
know, they executed people for saying it was round.
Right.
We knew it was flat, and yet we were wrong. I think that's what he's talking about.
The action step for today involves something very important. Write down 10 things you know are fact and rethink each by asking, is this really a fact or a truth I've created from my own or others' perceptions? For example, is it a fact that the sky is blue? Is it a fact that you are a nice person? Is it a fact that the faithful will be rewarded in heaven? You'll see how often we operate from truth rather than fact. In this action step, you say once again to write down 10 things you know are fact. It's an important part of the process, isn't it, to actually write things down. There's something that comes out of you when you write it down to be able to question it objectively. It's an important part of this, isn't it?
Brian Tracy, the author, has a great quote about this, Bill. He says, "Geniuses think on paper." It clarifies
right.
the process.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree with that
really
wholeheartedly.
important.